I'm Sebastian Spooky, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you all enjoyed the last video that we did. I know it did a whole lot better than most of the videos that have been going on so far on my channel. So we're going to buckle up and we're going to get a beverage, get like popcorn or something to eat, because this one is going to be a long one. We're going to be reacting to two scary stories, not one but two. These are supposed to be like true disturbing stories. I'm going to be linking the full video down below. You guys can feel free to go watch that if you want to. Also leave a like and a comment if you want, so I know if you guys want me to continue doing this content. And please follow my channel down below, and I'm gonna have links to my other social medias, I can't speak, so you guys can keep up with me and see what I'm doing. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, so you can see me when I upload and when I'm doing stuff. But hope you all enjoy this, and let's get right into it.
Both in college, and we're splitting rent on a small home in the suburbs outside.
I understand completely, like, splitting rent with somebody, especially if you know them. If you don't, I would not recommend doing that or doing, like, an extensive background check. But, okay, so far I understand. I'm just waiting to see how bad.
Side of the campus. Neither of our families apparently were really big on Christmas, and we were also kind of broke, so we stayed home.
I get you. I get you. I understand the point of not feeling like you have enough money sometimes. I understand completely, especially if you don't really have a lot of people. I can understand not really wanting to do a big Christmas. Completely makes sense.
For winter break. We still did a bit of decorating, and I'd gotten each other some cheap little gifts so we could have our own small Christmas. But other than that, we mostly planned on watching movies and maybe going to a park.
Okay, sounds like they're pretty much having their own chill time, just spending time with each other. I completely understand. Especially not having your family, I can understand not really want to be big on the holidays anyways, considering it's just you and a friend and nobody else.
At night. On Christmas Day, we opened up our gifts and hung out, and around 5, my roommate wanted to go to a party by the campus.
Okay, sounds like someone wants to get in some type of spirit. Someone wants to at least go have a little fun. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like something is just going to take a turn here somewhere, and,
I'd planned on going too, but for some reason, I was just tired and not really in the mood to go out. I
completely get that feeling too, not wanting to go out, but I wonder if this instance, he should have went out. I feel like he should have went out, but maybe I'm wrong.
him to go if he wanted to, and he took up on the offer, heading out by 6. I sat back and ate some junk food, watching TV, and just relaxing, I guess. But that
What did you completely do to sit back and watch a movie and hang out by yourself? I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna go well. But
around 8, I just felt like getting up and doing something. With no places open, I grabbed my jacket and decided to go for a walk around to look at the houses with Christmas lights.
I get want to go around and look at lights. I really like going around and looking at lights too, especially during like Christmas and Halloween. It's pretty cool to go around and see the decorations, but I don't know if I would have done them alone. Late at night, even though, you know, I know it's when it's best to go look at them, but alone and you're walking around,
It was cold out, but not insanely freezing. I walked around the neighborhood and through one of the nearby parks, but while I was walking through a portion of the path, I passed by a man sitting on a bench. Now, this part of the path was covered in trees.
I am getting a weird, like, feeling right now. Like, dude, that would send shivers down my spine, and I would just not walk past this person, or I'd be like, you know what, this is my cue to turn around and go back home, because that is creepy to be him just basically sitting in the middle of nowhere, almost in the middle of the woods, just sitting there. Like, what?
And not by any houses, and the man was just sitting there alone. It was actually kind of sad, but when I passed by, he looked up at me and just gave me this really cold look.
Sir, I feel like you should be paying attention to yourself instead of giving people weird looks. Like, dude, keep everything to yourself. I'm sorry, like I said, I would have started running, or I would have slowly backed up when I seen someone off into the distance or whatever. and would have been like, this is my cue to go home. Instead of being like, no, you know, I'm just gonna go up, and, you know, I feel kind of sad for this dude, but you know what, I'm just gonna go walk past him, even though this seems very weird and awkward. I mean, even if this dude wasn't gonna do anything, still, this is just weird. I would not have had the balls to go around this dude. I would have left. I wouldn't have left home at all, actually, not in the middle of the night, by myself. Like, I don't know, like, this dude is something.
It was very strange and made me even more curious why he was out here. I walked quicker, reaching the end of the path and turning back to go home.
Bruh, now you're interested to figure out why this dude is here. Like, you want to know why. I have a feeling you're going to find out really soon why he's there, and you're going to wish that you never would have found out. Because I feel like that is just one of the craziest things to think about. Why is he here? I want to know. I mean, I guess all humans want to know, especially when someone's doing that, but honestly, for me, I would not want to, I would not want to put myself in a situation. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
The rest of the walk, all I was thinking about was the man and what he was up to. Something about his look just gave me a bad feeling. I got to the house and opened the front door, closing it behind me.
Dude, if you had a phone, honestly, I would have been calling the cops saying, I just went to the park and I just seen someone doing some suspicious stuff where I'm kind of worried. And they could have went and checked it. I feel like maybe you should have checked just to make sure there was no one following you. Because that dude sounds like he'd be giving off, like, stalker vibes or something. But we'll see, I guess. Just make sure you lock
me and taking my shoes off. But before I even started walking away, I heard a thump right outside the door. It startled me, having come so quickly after I'd gotten inside. I leaned over.
I told you guys, it was just, bro, no. And I feel like we're about to see something really creepy when he looks through that peephole, because, just because, like, weird vibes everywhere. Like, really big spooky vibes. Well, he wanted to know why he was there.
I looked through the peephole. It was the man from the path, standing on the porch and staring at the door. His face was completely blank. No smile or frown. Just
ew. What the fuck? What has this guy got himself into? And, like, ew. That has always been one of my biggest fears, is I don't like windows or anything at night, because I'm afraid if I go look, there's gonna be someone staring at me, and I would not know what to do at that point. Fight or flight.
Empty. I cracked open the door. Are you okay? The man looked at me with his emotionless eyes and didn't say a word. I asked again if he was okay or if he needed anything, but he didn't speak.
And of course, this dude's like, oh, you know, instead of putting two and two together, I'm just gonna open the door and be like, hey, do you need anything? Hey, do you need help? Like, are you gonna just open the door and let him into your house? Like, what the heck, dude? Sorry, my nose is itching. My allergies. You literally let him follow you. I mean, you didn't let him, but he literally followed you to the house without you knowing somehow. And then you see him through the peephole, knowing, you know, he's there, being all creepy and giving you creepy looks, and you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna just open the door. Like, no, you do not do that. Maybe you could have asked him through the door or something, but why? Why? You should just be calling. You should be calling somebody. You don't open the door and just...
Getting weirded out, I closed the door and went back to looking out the peephole. The man stayed there for at least a whole minute, then walked off to the side of the door until he was out of my view. I looked over, seeing the window curtains were open.
You wanted to know why he was there, and now I feel like this dude's really gonna regret wondering why this dude was there, because now he's gonna find out real soon, and oh my god. I would just be calling the cops, because I'm sorry, no.
Giving the man a view into my house. For some reason, now I didn't want the man to see me, so I was afraid to go close the curtains. All he could probably view, though, was the Christmas tree and...
One of my greatest fears, just someone, like, peeping through my window and me being like, what the fuck? especially when it's dark at night. Like, I absolutely hate the feeling. I have to literally make sure all my windows are locked and all of them are covered, because this is what I don't
the
want.
couch, but it was still really unnerving knowing he was looking into my home. As I stood in place, trying to think of what to do next, a dull thud came from outside the window. I quickly stepped back and looked, seeing the man slam a large rock against the glass.
What the heck? What the heck? I'm gonna just start. It's like he literally was looking around for something to break into the house with. Like, what the heck? And this dude earlier had the door open. This man could have literally just thrown something at him and knocked his butt down and could have went in the house. He could have literally grabbed him when he had the door open earlier. I don't know. Now this dude waits to beat the crap out of the door. Like, what?
His eyes were still glazed over with no emotion, making it look even more terrifying. I ran and locked myself in a room while I dialed 911, hearing the man continue to repeat.
Now you be calling 911 when you really actually think he's gonna come into your house, when still this Miranda man is on your property and you know he followed you from somewhere else. Now it clicks to call the cops. Now you call the cops when it could almost be too late. Like, dude.
Immediately hit the window. After a few hits, there was a pause. Then it began again, but it sounded like he may have moved to hitting the front door. This went on for what felt like several minutes before finally it went quiet.
No, just no. I couldn't.
When police pulled in, the man was nowhere around. Outside though, there were multiple cracks in the window, and the door had entire chunks of wood smashed out and laying on the ground.
I have no clue, but this dude is just lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. He is lucky.
The police seemed to think that it was just an intoxicated person based on the information I told them, and he likely had no real reason to target me specifically.
I just take it as a sign to be a little more careful, especially at night. Do not go anywhere alone. And don't be just walking around at night at all. Like, you never know. And, like, don't go to parks. If you want to, maybe walk around your neighborhood a little bit. But, again, have someone with you and have pepper spray. I don't know. Have something with you so you can defend yourself, because you never know what's going to happen. Like this. They followed you all the way to your house without you knowing. And what if he could have broke in? Like, dude, you should have called the cops the minute this started happening. Instead of being like, hello, can I help you? And they're on your freaking doorstep.
Whatever the case, the way he was acting was just insane. And if he had gotten in, there's no saying what he would have done.
Now it clicks. Now it clicks after everything happens. And he's like, what could they have done? Instead of the minute some weird dude that, again, he's seen somewhere else, like miles away, appears on his porch and he's just giving him this weird stare. Like, dude. So, we're gonna go to the second story, and let's see what happens in this scary story. So, get your snacks, get your drinks, and let's begin.
For the past couple years, I've worked on Uber Eats during winter break. College lets out for a whole month, and Uber Eats is the easiest work to do without having to go through job interviews and all that stuff.
I know Uber Eats is easy, but I feel like maybe they should still do, I don't know, like, I feel like they should still do background checks and maybe a small interview or something, just so they know who these people are that are delivering the food, because you just never know. You never know. Second, I feel like these people probably have to deal with a lot, so it probably takes a lot to even do this job.
Besides, I didn't work during school, so this was something simple to pick up on the holidays. It was a few weeks out from Christmas when this happened. This night, it was snowing pretty heavily, but
Per guy needing money really badly, especially during the holidays and needs something to do. I don't blame him. Ignore this over here. I don't know why my hair is going through this weird phase where it's trying to grow, but it's still too short. So, yeah, anyways, I feel sorry for this guy. I have drove in heavy snow, and it is not easy, and especially at night. I'm sorry, it's best for you just to pull over somewhere and go stay, if you can, especially at a hotel or something. It is not good to be driving around, but Do you do
Really
you?
couldn't be picky with what days to work, since I only had this set amount of time off to make enough money to last until the next break. I borrowed my dad's pickup truck and started driving. The snow must have kept a lot of other drivers home, because I was getting orders all night.
This does give him a lot of business, considering not a lot of people are going to be out, so therefore he's going to have more work to do, considering, again, like, no one's really out at this time. I mean, awful snow. They don't feel like getting stuck, wrecking, or who knows what else could happen to them. So I don't blame them for staying home. They'd rather be in a nice cozy home, safe and sound. I understand you two wanting to go make a living and have enough money to wait to your next break, but at the same time, I'm like, safety or money? Sometimes safety is better than money.
Big ones too, the kind that pay a lot. I did this for probably a good 3 hours, and then an order came in to pick up from a drive-through place. The house was 20 minutes from me, but the tip and everything was really good. There honestly wasn't anything unusual or off about this order.
I don't know if I even know what's about to happen to this poor boy, but I have a weird feeling, just a weird feeling. And just, I don't know.
It was just as any other was. I picked it up and went on my way to the house. From a quick look at the map, it looked like it was in a pretty nice neighborhood on the other side of the county. I'd been around there before, but not really inside the neighborhoods.
Dude, I feel like it's a little more suspicious than you think. Just because it looks good on the outside does not mean that there is something weird going on. Dude, I don't know. I don't know how you're doing this again. Late at night, driving around in the middle of heavy snow. You know, like I said, some people understand if you really need the money, but dude, I feel like you're going to regret this decision in a little bit.
By this time, it was 11 p.m., and a lot of snow had started to stack up on the roads. I was also getting tired, so I agreed with myself that this would be the last delivery, and then I'd go home and work again tomorrow. Once I got to the neighborhood, I drove through the street.
Being tired, being really late at night, and there's snow everywhere. Don't think those make a good combo, dude. Like, you don't want to pass it out the wheel or something. I mean, you need to be careful. You need to watch yourself. And I don't know. I have no idea. I just have this weird feeling, and I hope this poor boy makes it out. Like, I don't know, but I feel like this poor dude ain't gonna deserve what I
looked at the houses as I passed by. They were all huge and had a ton of land between each of them, but none of the houses seemed to be very new. They had that typical older mansion style of basically just being really large and nothing else.
That just sounds creepy. Old-styled mansions are normally in scary movies, and there's normally never anything good that comes with them. Dude.
Anyway, it took a while to get to the address I was supposed to deliver to. The driveway was covered in at least a foot of snow, so I parked on the road. While I got out and walked up to the house, getting snow all over my pants and shoes.
This poor guy, like the big bag he has to carry and all that stuff, and everything else he probably has to carry in his hands, like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, dude. Getting covered in water, getting covered in, like, all the wet snow and all that stuff. I don't think it's worth it, like, no. And I feel like you should get out.
I noticed no lights were on in the windows, and there was a piece of paper taped to the front door. Once I got up to the porch, I took a closer look. On the top of the page, it said notice in big red font, and the first few lines stated it was issued by the county. But before I got...
Oh no. I feel like something bad's about to happen, dude. You need to get out of there. I feel like these are signs. You better just get out of there, like, as fast as you can, because...
Not too far in, I heard footsteps crunching in the snow behind me. I turned around, seeing a man approaching me, coming from around the garage.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No.
He had a short buzz cut and was wearing a dirty jacket. "Just dropping off your order," I said to break the silence. But the man continued walking up without saying anything.
This guy doesn't care about the order. He looks like Jason or Michael mixed together, and they're taking something. I don't know, but they look like They look like Freddy and Jason or whatever, Michael Myers, all in together on steroids. Like, you need to book it. Don't care about the order. Drop it. Get out of there. You are not going to get tipped. You're not going to go do anything. Who knows what this man's going to do to you, but get out of there.
Once he was a few feet away, I could tell there was something off about him. I guess it was just a gut feeling. I reached over and gave it to him, but he didn't move. He was standing right on the path leading to the driveway, and as the seconds passed,
Ew, this whole situation is just a big fat no.
I realized how completely strange it was for him to even be out here, and even more so that he wasn't heading inside now that he had the bag. "Have a good night, sir," I said, stepping to the side and
Now it's weird for you, and now you're putting all this together, not you walked out in all the snow, got up to the door, seen a big old sign that basically is saying no one's living here. But when the man starts walking randomly from a certain area, then you're like, oh, wait, dude, here's your order. And then you're like, oh, this is weird. Like,
starting to walk past him. The man stayed where he was, before abruptly turning, and in the corner of my eye, it looked like he swung his arm out as if trying to grab me. I stumbled
what?
back and faced him as he began stepping toward me, saying, "Come with me," while reaching his hand out. I kept moving back as fast as I could in the thick snow, and the man continued to chase me, yelling at me to stop running.
No one wants to go with your dry lizard face looking face. Bro, he looked like he'd been on I don't know what for years. Like, no, he's not coming with you. I don't know why this dude isn't stepping, and still he's like, I'm gonna just slowly back up, or I'm just gonna sit here and stare at him. You better be getting those legs or going and getting the heck out of there.
Once I got a good footing, I was able to outrun him and get in my car, backing out before he even had the chance to get to me. As I drove off, I looked in my mirror and saw the man standing in the driveway and just watching.
Hell to the no. Dude, that is like the creepiest thing ever, just in the mirror. Like, bro, I would literally want to like back up my car and be like, nope, not today, Sadie.
I called the cops once I was out of the neighborhood, but the man was already gone. Later that night, though, they told me that the house wasn't currently owned by anyone at the moment.
I felt the creepy vibes already, like, I don't know.
Which I assumed the note on the door had something to do with. What the man was trying to do is unknown, but that whole situation has put me on edge.
I don't blame you. I would never ever want to do Uber Eats ever again after that experience. I would not be able to sleep for months. I would have to be in intense therapy because, dude, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, that was insane. That was intense.
Whenever I pull up to a house with all their lights off, wondering if it might be the same man.
So, that was it for those two videos. I kind of miss, a little part of me wishes, a little part of me misses the person I was before I watch these. I'm a little paranoid for a while. I'm just kidding. I definitely will be, definitely covering my windows more than usual, and, not looking out them at night, like, completely avoiding them, like, just leaving them alone at night. Just making sure they're locked. Other than that, I'm done. I don't want to look out at them. Anyways, thank you all for watching this for me. Hope you all enjoyed it, and comment down below what you thought about this, or if there's anything you would like for me to react to, and, that's all.